Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 1, Episode 22 of Delicious in Dungeon. Last we saw, we got Egg/the Golden Country. And I did read the comments. Somebody told me, or basically explained exactly what is happening, because I didn't 100% know if we were transported to another dimension or another time or something like that, and they clarified that we were transported or teleported from level 6 to level 5. We were in the underground of the city, and now we are back up a floor. We went to the Golden Country is what is important. There were dragons flying in the sky. We have direwolf as pets and other beasties. I can't remember the names of all of them. There was a minotaur that Laios was very into. That was a female that he was milking, and then we ate it. I don't know if we exactly ate that minotaur specifically, but we ate a minotaur for dinner. It was prepared while we met Yod. Yod is the grandchild of Delgal. I always forget the name of that dude. I think it's Delgal. He asked us, do you know of my grandfather? And they're like, yeah, he came out of the cemetery and said, I'll give my kingdom to whoever stops the mad mage. I don't think this is right, but I said it during the episode. Is the ghost that was helping us Yod's grandfather? Because it looked a hell of a lot like him. Now, granted, I've said that before many times in the show. Lots of people look alike. It looked like an old man, and his grandfather is an old man. But Yod also said you turn to evil ghosts. He said many people have tried to make it to the surface. None have done so. They end up turning into evil ghosts. But if everyone turned into evil ghosts, then why was the ghost helping us? Because the ghost did teleport us here. I feel like they're assisting us. They saved our lives already once, we know for sure. So there's definitely something there that is against what they believe. But at the end, Yod was like, there's a prophecy. The one with the winged sword will come here. We look at our sword. It now has a dragon head, or a lion head on it. And he says, yes, the lion is the symbol of our people, and there's this giant flying lion at the bottom, and we still hear it speak or hear its thoughts, and it guides us. And it said that a guy with a winged sword would come here and he would save the world, kind of thing. So that's where we ended it. We were all sitting in the room, and Chilchuck and them were like, so you gonna save the world? And he's like, I don't know, I gotta think about this. I don't know what he's gotta think about. Laios is all about that life, I feel like. Granted, he is trying to save his sister Fallon, but we've got to kind of do that anyway, I feel like. Like, we got to start making our moves down to save Fallon. Might as well save her and go rule the world, or at least save the tower and make all these people happy campers. So let's just jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. All these are in full unedited. Same thing with Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. You want your own requested show or movie? In the description is a link for Patreon. That is how we have thousands of exclusive movies and shows over on there. Full unedited everything like Bleach, Toriko, My Hero Academia, Jackie Chan movies every month, Shogun, X-Men 97, Chucky Season 3, Winona Earp, The Shield. We're starting The House of the Dragon and all these other shows. Check it out, full unedited. If not, Season 2, Episode 22, Delicious in Dungeon. And Asabi, aka Itsuzumi, is still a kitty cat.
Oh,
there you are.
Showing Yod how to make pancakes.
Isn't it great? Mr. Senshi's an amazing chef.
Breakfast prepared by Senshi. They said they also can't taste.
Yod, do you want to try some too?
Oh, it's warm. And it's soft as well.
Your sense of taste is almost like a muscle, so start building it back up by enjoying textures first.
I used to dine with my parents and grandfather. Always next to my grandfather was Thistle,
Mad
who you
Mage.
may know as the Mad Mage. They say that the two of them were raised like brothers. These lands were originally filled with dwarven and elven artifacts.
Book.
Thistle soon became obsessed with power. We went through great trouble to help my grandfather escape. Those suspected of helping were executed. The mage's eyes have started gathering because they've noticed a change here. This dungeon is an extension of his arms and legs, but go seek help from the winged lion that is imprisoned deep within the dungeon.
Deep within the dungeon. So it's like, we basically got to do these things anyway.
You can get inside the castle walls through here, the same way you came. Good luck.
See, like, if they're evil spirits, they're obviously assisting us. Yod is a solid dude.
Hey, Yod.
Oh, shit.
Thistle.
Who were you just talking to?
Oh, my God.
Wait, this is...
Ow, my back.
It's an ancient dwarven cistern.
Typical dwarves.
Could the man mage
It looks
dip
like
right
the
through
remains
that?
of a
Oh wait, we
defensive
were
point.
brought by the ghost though.
Right?
Oh, she's gonna turn back.
Get here.
She doesn't even remember.
Rest
She
here
has
for a
no
bit.
memory
We're
of it.
gonna
I
take a
mean,
look
that
around.
might be better. It might be better she doesn't remember.
I can tell roughly where we are. These types of places always have some kind of hidden code in them.
Is it gonna work though?
I know where we are.
Oh, it works.
Looks like we're somewhere in the southeastern part.
Oh.
You're saying these are Fallon's tracks?
She noticed us
Fallon
getting closer and
tracks,
ran,
and there are
but
feathers.
it was definitely her.
It seemed a lot closer to a griffin to me.
Oh, and the episode is
Remind
something
me
Griffin.
what Griffin is.
She is a cat.
Beast.
They look vaguely familiar to me. That said, I'm pretty sure they're poisonous, so
Poisonous?
don't eat them.
A familiar. Oh, Griffins. We're already being attacked. It is monstrous. Is it just one? It's
Leave it to me.
pretty big.
Now, spelaj, jeptomu fels.
Why is Senshi so... I've never seen him so freaked out. It is a dwarven place. Maybe all the dwarves were taken.
It happened so fast. I was useless.
He has to know something we
If he
didn't
had a weapon on
understand.
him? I'll use a familiar to find him.
Familiar,
You're going
that's the
to
second half.
Summon a monster?
The conditions for it are complicated, and it's likely the Lord of the Dungeon will notice. Making them yourself. That's what I'll be doing.
I was gonna say that's
That one
our
sounds
path.
the most difficult.
While I prep the magic circle, can you gather all the meat we have in the pan?
A stew is going to be made, it looks like. But I mean,
What
we're
monster are
making...
you making?
Who exactly is that old dwarf guy anyway? How'd he end up in your party in the first place?
Huh? How do you not know?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. It's been a decade since he started researching monster food in this dungeon. But this dungeon was only discovered 6 years ago.
Which means
he
he's
was
been
able
around.
to decipher ancient dwarven codes. He's afraid of a monster from a floor we just reached.
He was...
Could it be that Senshi isn't from the surface?
Senshi is from... It could be from this level. Maybe all his people were killed off by griffins. He knew how to read the code.
Talento.
What do we got?
Is it
What's
over
in
now?
the pot? I hope it's an adorable, amazing killer. Is it like a puppy dog? Watch, it's like a...
What's that face? I said they just needed to move, right? I couldn't spare the resources to make them aesthetically pleasing. Now go!
They look like bird
What's wrong?
cookies. Like
Its
horrible
vision
bird
is
cookies.
overlapping with my own. How can the Mad Mage send out so many of
It's
these
like
things and
Frumpkin
also
and
process
Caleb
their info all at
in
once?
Critical Role.
I'm curious.
And up we go.
Wait, I'm scared.
Oh, bird Marcel.
The hell's she doing with her arms?
I guess this is what makes her feel safe.
Crazy. The nest.
That pillar!
And there's
Senshi!
Senshi.
There,
Is he
found him.
frozen?
The
What is he
Griffin trapped
doing?
him on a pillar up ahead. How do I get him down?
Just be careful, Marcel.
Dead. We have two
I
more.
lost my eyes up there.
Creatures are the way they look because of necessity.
What shape should it take to match up to a griffin?
Oh, we're gonna mold
You
it?
sure that horn is necessary?
I didn't think
This
you could
shape
do
will
that.
make it a lot more aerodynamic. Do you remember the wyverns that the Mad Mage had patrolling? They were as fast as an arrow.
I love it. Very cool. And we got one more chance after
I think
this.
this'll work.
Why is she flapping?
Maybe it gives her a sense of unity?
Now, the next move is
Dead.
so fast.
We did evade it. It is totally
Just
reminding
get
me
to
of
the
Frumpkin.
ground.
Dies and Caleb wakes up and we gotta wait. Down to one.
What do I
One
do?
more to
You can
go.
leave everything to me! I've got this! I'll make it way stronger!
What I need is the resolution and ego to create a creature made solely to save Senshi.
All of Marcel's thoughts and her prayers manifested into a miracle.
I summon thee, Skyfish.
Stupid.
Shut up! It's fine!
Skyfish.
Now
It's like a
then, time to
dart.
fly.
Is the idea to like shoot through? Look how fast it is. Dart
Fall out.
through the
Everyone
griffin
prepare
and
for
kill
battle.
it?
What the hell
Almost
is
like an
she
arrow.
doing now?
Are we gonna
Ah! I'll turn around and
through it?
pierce through!
Right through it. There we go. And we hit the ground, so now Laios can take it out. I mean, it still is massive and strong. All it did was get its wing pierced. Oh, well, now it's dead. We have killed the griffin. Well, Laios did. Well, I know. We worked as a team. Oh, The skyfish is dead.
Thank you. Rest in peace.
And then we eat it.
Whoa, this is actually pretty cool. Did you need it for something?
We're gonna eat our skyfish. What? Yeah, we need to know more about Senshi. Senshi, did you come from here?
Fine.
Did all your people die from griffins?
Dunk each piece of meat you chopped earlier
So we
into a
even eat the
mixture of
wings?
flour, egg, and water.
Look at Laios.
Then
It's doing
fry.
good.
It's ready.
Skyfish and chips. I love it.
You think summoning spells could play a big part in the art of cooking?
Damn it, I knew I should have brought some of that ale with me.
Make
Yes.
sure you eat more than just
Definitely
the
should've.
wings, Izutsumi.
Nuh-uh.
Worried about the griffin? Would draining its blood help? Maybe.
It is definitely bad memories, and he is not telling us
Hey,
things.
since about 10 years ago, I've been doing odd jobs in various dungeons. I have a wife and kids, but for reasons I haven't seen them in a while.
Your
You
turn.
mind telling us some stuff about you?
Tell us.
My name is Senshi of Isganda. I used to be a member of a small mining group. We weren't actually looking to collect ore. What we were really after were ruins that stood before the war. But ore is most of what we dug up each day.
Is that a
of
young
course.
Senshi?
Then one day, after some usual digging, we dug our way to something huge.
Oh, and there's his hat.
An ancient castle, brilliantly shining with gold. It was this very dungeon.
Oh, God. I was like, no, they're going to stop there. All right, everybody. That is it for episode 22. Griffin/Familiar. So we got introduced to two more characters, or two more creatures, beasties. The biggest part at the end was the Senshi story, which I was hoping we'd get a piece of, and we did, but we didn't get I feel like we got more than I thought, but I wanted more because we got to a point where I'm like, oh, I need more. But either way, we started off with the Griffin. I've seen Griffins many times in fantasy, fantastical type things like this. This one was super powerful. You could clearly see that it struck fear into the heart of Senshi. Senshi was more frightened than he's ever been in his life. Based on the story at the end, you could see Senshi was very young. So Chilchuk was trying to deduce, based on things that Senshi has said over time, like, all right, he said 10 years he's been doing what he's doing. This dungeon's only been here for 6 years. He doesn't really know about halflings. So before he said it, which he said immediately after I thought of it, is Senshi is born, or not born of this dungeon, but lived in this dungeon for a very long time. So at the end, we see Senshi as a child. We did see his helmet on another guy. I'm assuming that is his father or someone related to him, someone that it means very much to him. And I'm assuming all those dudes are dead. They probably all got killed, probably by a griffin or griffins, because that is probably why he was so shit scared. I feel like if it was something else, like we said at the end, he's like, we weren't necessarily miners, we were looking for things, and then we found the golden city, the golden place that we're in right now. But you can see it is worn down and not quite the same, and clearly all these people that were with Senshi are no more, or he wouldn't be telling this story. They'd be somewhere, or he'd have something to say. I feel like all of them died. He was the only survivor. He probably took pieces of all of them, or like artifacts that he could use. Hence, Chilchuk was saying he's got all these like crazy artifacts. And the helmet. We definitely saw the helmet on another guy. And the guy that had the helmet had the same look of Senshi, but just a reddish beard and everything else. But we spent very little time in the Golden Country. Yad told us the Mad Mage, this is like an extension of his arms and legs. So you got to get out of here because he is very close or coming soon. And as soon as we get the ghost to teleport us out of there, Itsuzumi immediately wakes up and doesn't remember anything. And we see the Mad Mage, aka Thistle. His name is Thistle. We see him speak in the ear of Yad like, hey, who are you just talking to over there? We also found out they were good friends, meaning Yad's grandfather and Thistle grew up together. He was like the jester, and then he got obsessed with black magic. We saw the book that Marcel grabbed out of the, dream state episodes ago. I like what she did here. We had familiar. She made food into 3 helpful buddies. And each time you could like, all right, this one didn't work. Now what do we do? We make this one more agile. All right, that didn't work. What do we do next time? I dig what she did. Laios was making this crazy 2-headed monster, but she's like, this thing isn't going to be able to fight the Griffin. The Griffin is like the size of all of us combined. It's going to get taken out. How do we defeat it? We make it into the Skyfish, aka a flying dart that is super fast so the Griffin can't catch it, and we just pierce the Griffin. I thought we were going to zip through it in and out like a bunch of times and like stab the shit out of it. All we had to do was take out one of its wings. It fell to the ground. Laios jumped on top, stabbed it, done. Now I've got to assume very soon we're going to be eating Griffin. But that segued the story. Chilchuck's like, yo, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a wife and a kid. I haven't seen them in a really long time for reasons unexplained. Tell us about yourself, and that's where we got the story. So I have to assume we have 2 episodes left, that the next episode's going to start with Senshi explaining himself further, then possibly find out why all his people died and what exactly is going on. But we've got 2 episodes left to handle this all. Unless the last episode is like an extended one, I don't know, but we're going to find out. I'm going to go edit this up. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full as far as humanly possible. You want your own requested show or movie? In the description is a link for Patreon. You could ask me to do so. That's how we have thousands of exclusive shows and movies over there. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Jackie Chan movies every month, Winona Earp and The Shield, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach. Check it out, full and edited everything. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.